Counselor? There's a raccoon stuck in the vending machine.
That's so annoying. I wanted a snack.
Welcome to Trail Mix.
Our mini episodes from Camp Counselors podcast.
Each week, the stories come from you, our Camp Shady Birch campers.
We want to hear your juicy gossip,
Top secret confessions,
embarrassing and scary stories.
and sprinkle in our sage counselor advice.
Trail Mix is for the campers.
And God, do we love ya.
Hey, happy campers!
Welcome back
To Trail Mix.
This is our mini episode where we read listener submitted stories brought to you by listeners just like you.
Thank you.
We're so spooky right now.
I'm a voice actor, so just say that again.
No, we're manifesting that for you 100%. Campers, before we record this, and for audio only listeners, this is a real treat for you guys. I am frequently, and by frequently, I mean almost every single episode, including Trail Mixes, forgetting to put my Crocs on or even have them in the podcast studio.
You like to have an exposed toots, because you know we have a couple campers out there, and they've been at Sandwich's cabin, and they've been like, hey, can we get those pictures of Jonathan's feet?
It was one episode. It was literally one episode, and you nasty little feet people out
You
there.
no, you nasty little feet campers, beg. Where's Jonathan's feet? Stop.
You're never gonna get it,
You're
vibes.
never going to get it. You're never going to see his feet.
As I'm running around upstairs to get my clogs.
Yeah,
my
those
Crocs.
Crocs are so cloggy.
No, they're literally clogged like my nose right now. But as I'm running around upstairs, I hear Zach down here talking to himself.
Harry.
I got you, babe.
Harry.
And he's just going, Harry Potter.
No, I'm gonna do my Harry Potter voice.
Harry Potter. The boy who lived.
No, it's not Harry Potter. Who says that?
No, but it's just like of, you know, I was just thinking about that. Wait, do yours first. Do like, give me Voldy.
That was Voldemort.
I'll do Dobby.
Dobby is a free elf.
That was really good.
I know, I don't need it.
I can give you Jamae King. Don't touch my Coke Zero.
Where the fuck is my Coke Zero? Did you drink it? Fuck my life. Don't touch my Coke Zero.
She would have been so good at Hogwarts.
And guess what's in my cup?
Vodka.
Coke Zero.
Okay,
And
so
vodka.
you know what? You know when? Okay, for the people who've seen Harry Potter, okay.
Everyone.
You know when you knew the wizards were about to snap?
When their arms would fill with the
No, like when they were about to pop
tattoo.
off.
what?
When they, because I know I'm right. I don't even need validation. When they would be in a scene, like a battle scene, and they would throw that wand above their head.
Oh, that
And they would
meant
go-
war.
Yeah, like when the wand came from behind the head, like a what? Oh, you knew it was dirty work.
Avocadabra, bitches. Avocadabra, baby, now you're dead.
You know who I like hate in that movie but love?
The rat.
Hannah Bonnecat.
How you say her name?
She was, hey, she was a real meanie beanie.
She's a meanie beanie. And then for those, what were you gonna say?
So was Mrs. Pinkerton.
Oh,
Pinky Kitty Girl.
no, Mrs. Pinky.
No, that was like that.
No, because if you've seen the
Babe,
movie,
that was
we
evil.
say evil Queen Pinky.
She really was. When she had him writing it, he was like literally scribbling away in his diary, like, I shall not eat, like fart in class. And it's carving into his skin that she needed to be evaluated.
It is crazy that you bring up evil Miss Pinky, because before that we were talking about Hal in the Bottom Cardinal.
Correct.
I'm just like mumbling her name because I'm not sure where the inflections go. I was going to say it was so interesting seeing her in The Crown because she played the Queen's sister. But in the last seasons of The Crown, who played Old Crown, Old Queen, Miss Evil Pinky.
Oh my God.
They
I wonder
both
if they like,
were in The Crown. And
I wonder if they
people
texted each other.
if you don't watch The Crown and you don't watch Harry Potter,
This
none of that
means
made sense.
nothing.
I'm burping up impossible meatballs because that's what I just ate. This is where we're at today. But you know what?
No, wait. Before we get into it, I just have to say,
What?
I am feeling sicker than a dog. And I'm not saying that to find sympathy, but if you'd love to leave it in the comments.
Okay.
So last night I could not sleep. I could not get horizontal
You have a sinus infection.
I do. I went to urgent care. Nothing urgent about that. They really need to rebrand that. I'm being so dead ass.
No, it's so
it's normal care.
Wait, it's crazy that they've branded themselves as urgent care when nothing
Where's the
about
urgency?
There's never been an urgent moment at an urgent care. It's actually the polar opposite.
No, it's the Amy polar opposite. It truly is. So I went there and they gave me the goodies, the drugs and everything, which have been dehydrating me. I've been getting no, not that. Camel's out. What is it called? No, what do I get when I get my crampies?
You get when you get
my
your
Krampus?
When you get your Krampus by evil
Charlie horse.
Miss Pinky, the Charlie horse comes and he bites you.
No, that's what it felt like to be scribbling in that diary.
I just watched a video of a pig
leg.
biting a girl's ass in Jamaica.
It was a boar, and that is what you're doing to me right now. But while I was up in the middle of the night, campers, right now I'm running on 1 hour of sleep.
You were
been
up
awake.
at 3:30 squealing like a boar.
I have been awake for, I would say, like 52 hours at this point, and I'm like feeling woo.
Can I tell them like all of a sudden I'm awoken in the middle of the night by this it sounds like a boar, like coughing up a lung. And I'm like all disoriented. And I roll over and I'm like, John, do you want some water? And you go, it's not working.
And I was like, I just had some. Because I did. And it really is like when I go to bed, I've been like,
no, I know.
I'm going to be honest. I have been doubling up on the medication they gave me. And it's like, I'm trying to get it to work on hyperspeed and it's not working. But to make matters worse, I go to take the Flonase in the middle of the night.
Okay.
And I hadn't taken it before. And I've never taken Flonase, but I have used saline nose spray when I was little.
What's the difference?
I didn't think anything because I used to get nosebleeds. I used to bleed as a kid. I used to bleed.
Stop screaming.
And I went to go use the Flonase, which is like, I guess, really intense. So I look on the side of the bottle at the directions, as you should, use as directed, of course. And it says 4 to 11. So I'm like, okay, hell yeah. So I just start squirting away. I'm like 4 to 11. I like stop at 6 per nostril. And then I finished reading the sentence and it said for ages 4 to 11, use 1 spray per nostril, and then for adults to use 2 sprays max in 24 hours. And I just used 6 in the course of under 30 seconds.
Don't use it again because people get addicted to that and then their noses can't operate without it.
I'm going to be so honest. Cancel Flonase.com because it's not doing it. Today is day 6. It's not doing it.
Don't use it though because people get addicted to what's that? That is it epinephrine?
Yeah.
No, you say that all the time. I don't even know what that is, but you just always bring up epinephrine.
That is so crazy to say.
No, you bring it up a lot.
You were the one who literally brought it up out of nowhere.
I've never heard about it until you said epinephrine.
I don't know what it is. I had to look it up.
You're a devil.
You were literally chanting
it. You're a devil. Because you gaslight me all the time. I've never heard of the word epinephrine until I met you. Did I say that? It wasn't me. I'm not smart like that. But that's not the drug. The drug in Flonase, big flow. Big nose.
No, literally, because I have a big flow.
I have a family member, who I will not mention by name, is or was currently addicted.
It's not good.
To the drug that releases the pressure in the nose. Now they can't breathe without it. They're going through 6 bottles a week.
That's not good.
You know who it is.
I do know who it is.
They might listen, and I'm sorry, and I want you to figure it out, but I'm not a doctor.
You're barely a boy. All that to say, suffices to say.
You sound a little better today because it was actually impossible to record
2 days ago. It was rough.
So the Halloween episode when we recorded it, when that comes out, you guys, you were like, it was just starting then, and I was like, I don't know if we're gonna get through this episode, but we did.
Yeah, you will hear it as the episode goes on, and we had to cut in between because I kept having to run to the bathroom to change my panties from sneezing
YouTube
so
only.
much.
Look at this old picture of me and Jonathan.
Oh my God, that's cute.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's get into today's episode. Is it the last Monday before All Hallows Eve?
It is the last, because Hallows Eve is Friday. So this is the last of our, I don't know. They're always
oh my God, we're
with
with Elise Myers right now.
Oh my God, hi Elise.
Hi Elise. Okay, so let's get into today's episode.
Wait, I have a tale about an empty duplex that had an active weekend.
I've got a story about a camper whose bachelorette weekend came with 1 extra bridesmaid. The Ebo Queens among us.
And a story about a camper who learned that while she was watching the house, something was watching her.
Let's get into it.
Camp counselors will be right back after these short messages.
Attention campers, are we barking? Are we feeling freaky gal? Are we feeling communal? Well, I think you should come see me live. You should come see me live this upcoming week or next week whenever this ad runs, because guess what? On November 2nd, I'm in New York City. On November 4th, I'm in Salt Lake City. And on November 6th, I'm in Portland, Oregon. Yes, I am performing my show, the Big Back Behavior Tour, and you should come and laugh and drink and meet other campers. And don't worry, Jonathan's there and so is the merch, and we want you there. So if you're interested, the tickets are linked in the episode description or at ZachariahPorter.com. Campers, I want to see you. I want to meet you. I want to shake my yabos at you. Love you. See you there.
This episode is sponsored in part by Chime. Since buying our house, we have juggled so many expenses. Mortgages, utilities, credit card payments. It's a lot to manage, and it really showed me how important it is to stay organized with money. That's why I'm loving today's sponsor, Chime. Chime understands that every dollar counts. In this economy, seriously. That's why when you set up direct deposit through Chime, you get access to fee-free features like free overdraft coverage, getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, and more. Learn more at chime.com/camp. Open a checking account with no monthly fees and no maintenance fees. With qualifying direct deposits, you're eligible for free overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. Work on your financial goals through Chime today. Open an account in 2 minutes at chime.com/camp. That's chime.com/camp. Chime. Feels like progress.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. Bank ranking and number of ATMs according to U.S. News and World Report 2023. Chime checking account required.
And now, back to the show.
Scary stories around the campfire.
Welcome back to Scary Stories Around the Campfire. Well, this week we have only scary stories.
We have only scary stories in the building.
I was just... Shut up!
Get out of my head.
I thought the same joke.
I will say from the last Monday episode, I did get the most amount of DMs, the most amount of comments, the most amount of text messages from people personally in my life and avid listeners of this program saying that was fucking scary. And it was.
Which story was that?
The possessed friend who came to one of our shows.
Oh, well, because that one was dark-sided.
It was dark-sided.
Okay, well, you might get some dark-sided in today's episode, but we keep it camp-themed. So grab your s'more, get your blankie, go kiss sandwich. Some of you are like, ew, no. And you're right. He doesn't want it, neither do you.
No.
But I'll read you the first story. Maybe you'll want this. Hey, creepy counselors.
Ooh.
It was last fall, peak spooky season. I lived in a duplex, my sister and brother-in-law downstairs, me upstairs. One week, they left for Chicago from Wednesday to Monday, and I planned to visit my boyfriend, now husband, across the state from Friday to Sunday. So I had not been home for 2 days, leaving both my apartment and my sister's apartment empty for that time. Sunday night comes, and I pulled into the driveway after the long trip home. Immediately, I noticed something wasn't right. A lamp was on in my sister's living room. It wasn't an overhead light, it was a table lamp. One that would have to be turned on by hand.
I know the exact model.
My stomach dropped. My sister and brother-in-law were still in Chicago. I called her right away. Hey, there's a lamp on in your living room, I said. And then she said, or she asked, was it on when you left Friday? And I said, no, definitely not. It's been dark since Wednesday. She tried to reassure me. It's probably just a weird electrical thing. Don't panic. No, because it probably is an intruder.
That's where my head goes. It's like, well, if you don't have one of the timers, it's like something is nefarious.
Lamps just don't turn on.
Something nefarious is a snoo.
Things can turn off.
It's true.
But things don't turn on.
Things don't turn on. Things die. Things pass away. The bulbs burn out, but they don't come back.
No, they never do. But our camper was panicking. This is a really creepy, I told her. Nobody's been here all weekend. Okay, she said calmly. Just stay in your car, back out of the driveway, and watch the house for a minute. I don't know if that was the best plan, but
It's like, while you do what?
yeah.
What's Sissy doing in
She's just
Chi-Town?
sitting in the
Sears
street.
Tower?
Everyone's honking at her. She's like, no, I must watch. So I did. I put the car in reverse, kept my eyes on the glowing lamp. Then, while I was still on the phone, it turned off.
Okay.
No, that's gross.
No, 2's a coincidence. Is this 2 or 3?
Well, it's on and now it's off, so it's 2.
This is 2. It's too much.
I slammed the car into drive and tore down the street shaking. I hung up on my sister and dialed 911. I've been hearing a lot about that number lately. Is that new?
Yeah, just open.
I explained everything and asked if someone could check on the house. The dispatcher sighed and said, "There's an armed burglary down the street. It might be a while." So is the burglar at my house?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's an armed burglary. What?
That's a hard word to say.
There's an armed robbery around the corner, and you're not sending somebody stat. I'm sorry. What are you doing answering calls? You're sitting.
I know. So our camper said, I told him I'd wait outside in my car. When I slowly pulled my car into the driveway, I saw that the lamp had been turned on again.
Okay.
No.
This is evil.
This is evil Queen Pinkerton. Moments later, a police car arrived. As I was talking to the officer, I noticed movement in the bushes. "He's in the bushes," I whisper. I was going to scream it, but then I realized that she was saying it was in a whisper. "He's in the bushes," I whispered. Well, you wouldn't whisper that part because that was with the narrator. Okay, I'll get better. He nodded. "That's one of our guys." Ew! What's he sneaking around?
Not the red herring.
Yeah.
Like, the camera's getting creative with it.
We've got about 30 officers surrounding the house. Where are they all? How many bushes do you have?
Yeah, how does she not see all that? Well, it is a duplex.
Well, one's in the tree shaped like a crow.
It's just a crow with a little badge on.
This was so embarrassing because I thought they would send one officer to be my hero and go check the home. But no, they sent the whole SWAT team. Well, I like more than one.
Me too. And it's like, hey, we were just down the street. We were literally in the neighborhood.
This could be the intruder, which it sounds like it is.
The cop?
No, I'm saying like they're actively looking for the intruder. They could have been like, oh, he's in this house now.
Like, no, the armed burglary was 30 people dressed as cops burglarizing the whole neighborhood. I can't.
They knocked on the door and announced themselves. "Police, yoo-hoo." But nothing. Then the officer began shouting, "Exit the home, get on your knees. Exit the home, get on your knees." Me as a cop. When no one came out, they asked, "Can we send in the canines?" "Absolutely yes," I said. "Good, brave doggy."
She's like, send him in. Go ahead.
Send in the hounds.
And turn off the lamp while you're in there. Or unplug it.
After a tense few minutes, all 30 officers searched the house. Wow, it's a lot of people in the home. No intruder, no sign of entry, nothing. They better have looked in every nook or cranny.
You know, they.
You need to be on your hands and your knees. Look under the what's it called when you have the bed skirt?
Yeah, look under the bed skirt. I want to see you have your makeup bags out. I want to see you using your kabuki brushes to look for prints.
I like it when a bed has a bed skirt because that's a lady.
No, that's
woman.
That is the Carson household through and through.
Yeah, we're not seeing enough bed skirts now. They're kind of going away.
The cops are being gentlemen. They're not looking up the skirt.
Okay, so the cops are in the house. There's no intruder, no signs of entry, nothing. The strange part is that lamp had never done that before and hasn't since. It still sits in their living room, perfectly fine. To this day, I have no idea what happened, but my fear of home intruders multiplied by 100. Happy spooky season.
Spooky. Okay, here's the thing. If the lamp was on, I would have been like, okay, well, maybe it's just like shoddy electricity. But because the lamp was off and her sister was out of town and then she was out of town, like she knew that the lamp was off. Yeah. That's what I'm like, okay, when a lamp turns on is not, that's not normal. That's paranormal.
I think it's paranormal. All signs in this story were leading to ghoul. Are you ready to tell your story?
Here we go with another scary story. Hi, counselors. Hearing the spooky ghost stories on Trail Mix jogs my memory of my own ghost encounter during my Bachelorette in Savannah, Georgia.
One of the spookiest places in the world.
I am going to have to see, it's literally coming to me now like a dream. I did this series. I don't know what it was for. Maybe my old podcast, probably, because this is par for the course for that. I did like a whole deep dive into all of the lore and like the most haunted places in Savannah. And I was like, I'm going to find out if it's fake, if there's documented proof of these people being here. And some of it was, and some of it was total bukkake. I'll have to find it because I actually
don't tempt the devil.
No, I'm gonna pat myself on the back because it was a pretty good video. But that was around the time when my house was being haunted by a spirit. That's when all the weird stuff started happening.
Don't do this in our house, please.
Anyway, here we go. Savannah was always a place I wanted to visit and seemed like a fun place to take my crew. So me and my maids of honor planned a 3-night trip. We found a steal of an old mansion on Airbnb with ample rooms, so quickly snatched it up for our group of 8. The group was coming from various places, so we all had different arrival times. The first to arrive at the house was my maid of honor and 2 other friends from PA, hey, followed by the rest of us coming from New York and New Jersey. When we arrived, I was greeted by my balloons and my hoorays. After a photo op on the porch, we headed inside. Once in the doorway, April, my maid of honor, oh my God, is this me? Said, "Before we go any further, we need to tell you what just happened." The rest of us looked around, kind of confused. April proceeded to tell us that when the 3 of them had arrived first to the house, she heard a vacuum cleaner running upstairs. April began walking up the stairs to tell the cleaner working that they had arrived. The house was 4 floors, so it had multiple flights of stairs. It sounded like the vacuum was coming from the floor directly above her, but it wasn't. So she climbed to the next flight of stairs. Nothing. Just the vacuum getting louder as she walked up each stair. Once April reached the very top floor, the sound stopped. She heard a click of a vacuum switch off from behind a closed door. She slowly opened the door and called out, "Hello?" Only to find no one was in there. The 2 other girls who stayed on the 2nd floor while April was looking for the cleaner confirmed that they also heard the vacuum running clear as day from inside the house. You're probably thinking what I was thinking. It could have been a neighbor. No. The closest neighbor's house would have been impossible to hear any vacuum running. Nobody felt comfortable sleeping on the very top floor, so we all packed ourselves on the 2nd floor and 3rd floor, sleeping in groups. After that, we tried to put it behind us and continued with our party weekend, lovingly naming the ghost Mildred and making jokes about including her with everything we did in the house. The house's decor was very dated, so the name seemed fitting. We took shots, we cheersed to Mildred. We even had an extra Bachelorette sash since one of the girls backed out last minute. We posed with the sash, saying that it was our girl Mildred, making sure she was always included. Before heading out for the night, my sister-in-law set up her phone with a timer to take a group photo in front of our pink streamer backdrop.
No.
Once my sister retrieved her phone, we all crammed in to look at the photos. One of my bridesmaids gasped. Looking closer at the photo, we realized that the pink streamers behind us were pulled up and to the side, almost as if someone had pulled them with their hand to jump in for the photo. We all looked up from the phone and looked at the backdrop, only to find them back in place.
Ew. Oh no. Ew.
I guess Mildred really was a part of the group. It really did feel like we weren't alone. But despite all this, and the fact that Savannah is known to be a haunted town, we never felt threatened or unsafe by Mildred's presence.
Because you included her. You're a girl. She's a girl's girl.
Yeah.
She's like,
she
let
loved
me
it.
party. Like, I'm not going to hurt you, but like, can I be in the pig?
Once we returned home, I looked up the house and saw that it had been on the market for a long time at a very affordable price, especially for its size. Maybe Mildred was not as friendly to others as she was to us, but with us, she was happy to be one of the girls. To this day, we still talk about Mildred the friendly ghost. I'm attaching a photo to this email so you can see my savage group of badass biddies, including our new friend Mildred in the back. Sincerely, the camper in cabin 9, the bride who came to Savannah for spirits and left with one extra bridesmaid.
Oh, cute.
P.S. Can't wait to see you live in Philly.
Yeah.
I don't have it on my my Apple iPad, but I have the
Did you
picture.
see it?
I did see it. She attached a couple.
What'd you think about it?
It's like definitely pulled back. It's chilling. It is chilling to look at that photo, but they all look like baddies and they look like they're having a good time. So I'm like, and Mildred, she could be listening. She could be an avid listener. So I'm just sending love and light her way.
No,
too.
I like her because she's like, yeah, maybe people don't like me, but they've never given me a chance. Like one thing about me, I'm a ghost who's down to party. Like get me in the pit, get me the funnel, get me the shot. I'll roll a J. I don't care.
Literally, because also lest we forget, she was cleaning when they were getting there and she's like, oh, damn it. And she had to turn off the vacuum really quick.
Yeah, I love that you became friends with a ghost. See, that's if I ever have to talk to a ghost, which I hope not, I hope I become friends with them.
Camp counselors will be right back after these short messages. This episode is sponsored in part by Rocket Money. Managing your finances takes time. Canceling old subscriptions, tracking expenses, and sticking to a budget, it can be a lot. Luckily, Rocket Money does the heavy lifting for you, automatically finding you ways to save money and simplifying the process. Less stress, more free time, and a clearer path towards financial freedom all in one app. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. If you've got a goal you'd like to save for, Rocket Money can analyze your accounts to find the best time each month to put a little extra money aside. Rocket Money has saved users over $2.5 billion, including over $880 million in canceled subscriptions alone. Their 10 million members save up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/camp today. That's rocketmoney.com/CAMP. rocketmoney.com/camp. This ad is brought to you by Viiv Healthcare, the makers of Apretude, cabotegravir. You never skip your SPF, and you carry hand sanitizer like an accessory. But what are you doing for HIV prevention? One way to help protect yourself from HIV is Apretude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of getting HIV in adults and adolescents weighing at least 77 pounds. You must be HIV negative to receive Apretude and get tested before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. More HIV testing may be needed. Apretude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Get Apretude as scheduled. Missing doses increases your HIV risk. Don't take Apretude if allergic to it or taking certain medicines that may interact. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions, liver problems, and mental health. Serious side effects include allergic reactions or rash, liver problems, and depression. If these occur, get medical help right away. The most common side effect is injection site reaction. Bring your A game and talk to your doctor. Learn more at apretude.com or call 1-888-240-0340. And now, back to the show.
Well, it's the last scariest story of the show.
I'm frightened, Auntie Em. I'm frightened.
Damn. This one starts off, hey, my handsome hunky counselors. I liked it. I felt like...
Hunky?
Yeah, hunky's a nice word. Longtime fan and day one pod girly, still waiting to be promoted to camp cook since Sandwich can barely stir the chili anymore with his arthritis.
It's been a show.
No, and it's like we got him that brace from Walgreens, and he was really averse to it because he's a very proud man.
He doesn't like the attention.
And it's like, but then it's like, well, what if we get the campers to sign it? He said, this isn't a cast. And then he asked if we could help with his insurance claim. I said, you're not insured. And he said, why? And I said, we've gone over this.
We said, we're not insured.
We're not
sure.
But thank you for offering because you know he needs the help.
Yeah.
Well, our camper continues, but I digress. I have a fun little spicy and spooky story for you this Halloween season. The veil is thinning daily, unlike these hips. Okay. Oh, it says okay to use names. Good. The year is 2012. I just graduated high school and got my license. First big girl job and serious relationship are checked off my box for the summer. No rest for the wicked around here, which meant I would be missing our family and friends camping trip in New River, North Carolina. All right by me. Lots going on for a camper. She's like, I
That's a
can't.
lot. It's
Yeah.
a big year and we can't do a family vacation to boot.
Exactly. So she goes, I got to house sit for our family friends who would also be going. You know what that means. Plenty of nunu nana and some underage drinking with my boyfriend Jacob.
You freak.
And she's like, okay, you're on vacation. I'll watch your house, but I'm going to roll around in it, piggy style. The family we're sitting for are a family of 4. Mom, stepdad, and 2 daughters, 18 and 12. The house is in a nice and quiet neighborhood, and all that was asked of us was to stay there and take care of their 2 dogs and cat. Easy peasy. So after work, Jacob and I meet over there and take care of the animals, and we're free to do whatever we want after that. So a few Michelob Ultras, you can guess what I want. Wink, wink.
We know what you want.
She's like, come on. We are in the oldest daughter, Katie's bedroom, having a little rendezvous. When I look over at Jacob's shoulder, and in my drunken state, I see something. No, I see someone. I slurred, who is that? Looking at the corner, all I could see was the silhouette of a man. Jacob turns to look, and just like that, the figure vanishes. Immediately, Jacob is spooked, and that ends that. Wah, wah. I fall asleep in my blackout state and think nothing of it the next day. He, however, was still creeped out and was asking what I remembered, and it all came flooding back to me. Still a little creepy, but hey, we have a job to do, and we toughed it out for another night, sober and in another room, but toughed it out nonetheless. Whose room are you in now? The following day, we were gathering our things, cleaning the house and checking for the scandalous evidence when I noticed something out of place on the floor in Katie's room. I picked it up to find an old photograph of a man in his 30s. Odd, but okay. Believing it must have slipped out of the dresser, we placed it there and waited for them to get home. When the family arrived home, we gave them the rundown of the weekend and let them know how the animals had been. The girls had gone to their room to unpack, and suddenly, Katie burst into the kitchen with the photo and asked why we had moved it. I explained that Jacob and I had slept in her room and found it on the floor that morning. Katie went pale, and so did her mother. Confused by their reaction, we asked who it was. It turns out the photo was Katie's father, who had died years before. Not only that, but Katie's mom let us know that this photo had been in a lockbox in the attic.
No.
That is insane.
I'll rebuke it.
Skepticism would normally get the better of me, but the memory of the shadowed man that night made chills run down my spine, and now it's Jacob's turn to turn white as a ghost. The silhouette.
I was just thinking weird, spooky things were happening in the house. I wasn't thinking that was Papa.
That's Papa. We quickly learned our lesson of canoodling in homes not our own. Needless to say, we did not house sit again, and the families drifted apart, so there wasn't another camping trip either. 13 years have passed. Jacob and I are married and going strong.
Oh.
We never did tell Katie her dad was a kinky ghost. I don't think hearing your dead dad is being a shadow cuck is something any child wants to think about.
Can you say that?
We'll bleep that word, and then they'll get the rest of it. Signed, The Sleeping Saint in Cabin 8.
Camper, that
In a lockbox in the attic?
it's a lot to digest. It is, because we're being silly, but also freaky about it. But it is like genuinely, that's scary. When the mom gets scared, that's when I'm scared.
When mommy is scared, baby is scared. Wait, no? You don't agree?
No, I
went too
100%
far with
agree.
that.
But what I will say, so it has been an absolutely fabulously spooky time doing these stories during the month of October. We'll get back to your nasty smearing in your underwear stories very soon.
No, this was fun. We've read so many ghost stories on this show as well, and it just proves that there is paranormal energy out there. So act like our second camper and just befriend your local Mildred.
Also, something else.
It can only benefit you.
Something else that I did notice, most of this shit happens in an Airbnb,
It
in a
does
hotel,
happen
in
a
someone
lot.
else's house. It's when you're entering a space that you've never been in before and you're like, something is freaky here.
Yeah. So stop going on vacation.
Yeah.
This never happens at a Hyatt.
Honestly, never heard of a haunted Hyatt.
Yeah. Like just go to the Marriott. Leave the weird cabin in the woods alone. Thank you
Period.
so much for writing in. If you want to write into our show, we would love to read your story. You can write into campcounselorspodcast.com at the write-in tab or campcounselorspod@gmail.com. And your show, your story might just make our show.
Yeah, give us a 5-star rating review everywhere that you can. You guys, so freaking excited for our costume reveal in 2 days. If you're listening to this in real time, if you are a real one.
We love you so much. We'll see you Wednesday for our costume reveal. We'll see you next week. We'll see you forever. And with that being said, lights out, campers.